Alright everybody, while we call Rupture, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Master Evolution 5, of course, joined by Rupture here. It's going to be eHug up against Leviathan for you 2,000 viewers, and yes, it is, indeed, the Battle of America, Season number 2. Rupture, glad to have you with me, bud.
You're kind of cutting up for me a little bit. I hope you're...
Oh dear. I'm getting you clear.
Okay. That's the important part, so never mind.
Yeah, you're coming fine.
Well, I'm glad to be here to all the NA Dota people. So...
Oh boy! Okay. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Rupture, but that's gonna be a soundbite in the future. I can already tell. Like,
soundbite. Okay.
I'm excited now. I'm officially excited.
Get to it, man.
Somebody get to it.
Team, get to it, man. Just cut that thing up. Put that Revo face with the Doom
Please,
Doom on it.
Somebody
Doom
send that to me so I can get it as like a donation alert sound or a follower alert. Anyways, I've got the VOD now because I mean I'm recording it right now. But anyways, eHug up against Leviathan. eHug are not respecting the Jenkins men. In fact, Pudge, will be picked up by Jenkins.
Yeah, and actually Visage is a really good target for the Pudge.
Yeah.
Usually he's like a slow hero with a huge hitbox and usually stays on the back alone so there are no creeps blocking him. So yeah, that's a pretty good, that's actually a really good pick versus the Visage, to be honest. Also because the Rod is gonna tear out his passive, the one that gives him armor and magic reduction, like this. So,
yeah,
it's actually a good pick, honestly.
However, the pure damage from Pudge's hook, it's gonna be a bit of an issue for him, isn't it? However, Ogre Magi, of course, picked up by Team eHug as well. One of these is Sna's hero, and time again we've been saying, hey, Sna is MVP. I will admit, I've got Rares riding on Leviathan this time around. Yeah, we've got oh boy being spammed in the chat now. Oh goodness. I'm excited now. This makes my night. I'll be honest, I wasn't looking forward to casting another series right after that one. But yeah. The Bucha, the Fat Man, whatever you call him. The Pudge Suka. And one of the best Pudge players, I'd say, in the world right now. Let's just say because Dindy isn't picking it, like, at all lately. And Jenkins is pretty amazing, and he's picking it and making it work. Anyways, eHug will ban out the Wraith King and the Abaddon as well. They don't want to deal with much more tankiness on top of the Pudge. And then Terrorblade and Lycan from Leviathan, they may be trying to force Team eHug into sort of a magic damage strategy. Simply because Pudge already has pretty high magic resist, and they've already got Skywrath on their own side. So, yeah.
Give me a quick second because I'm kind of working something out with the other stream since it seems like the streamer actually came in a little bit late.
Yeah.
So give me a quick second.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick, by the way.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Anyways, eHug will be picking up the Nature's Prophet. Why is there an ad playing right now?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
Anyways.
remaining.
Yeah, people are saying in the chat, can you please play seriously? I know it's a smaller tournament, but don't second pick Pudge. Jenkins' Pudge, if you've never seen it, prepare to buckle up and be amazed. It's pretty amazing. The odds on this match on Dota 2 Lounge, I'm going to just take another peek. It's locked at 51 to 49% in favor of Leviathan by that 2%. So it's a pretty close matchup, an NA Dota grudge match, if you will. They'll grab the Elder Titan now, and this is the combination we were seeing all weekend. If you were watching DreamHack, Skywrath plus Elder Titan plus Magic Damage Dealer. So Zeus is a possibility at the moment. They'd probably have to run a... No, I'm sorry, I'm not thinking about it right. They're going to probably run offlane Pudge. So they could still put a Zeus mid, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, now we got it. Alright, they're just gonna wing it and just gonna do it from Dota TV. But Anyway, back a little bit into the... Oh, nice, Elder Titan. Elder Titan Pudge is going to do a lot of work as well, now that I think about it. If this is... Yeah, this is magical damage, so yeah, the Dismember is going to do a lot of damage on the early levels with Natural Order, as well as the Rot. Of course, the Meat Hook doesn't get any buff out of this, but still it's a pretty good addition. Scarlet Mage is going to do a lot of work as well.
10 seconds.
Necro is going to hard counter Pudge like a lot, just by
the
aura.
Heartstopper aura. It'll do a ton against Pudge because every kill he gets, that means he takes more damage when he's around Necro. And they could actually run Necro mid against him and do relatively well in the early game. However, of course, he's not going to be mid. I keep forgetting. It's Jenkins. He's going to run him in the off lane and do some crazy jungle stuff. They are on Radiant side this time around, so that is an update, or an upside for them in a way. Although Jenkins makes it work on Dire as well.
10
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
Also, the Pudge, the fact that Pudge actually has like a huge strength gain in general, just to get a lot of hit points in general.
Reserve
That Heartstopper aura is gonna do especially well versus that. However, the Razor is gonna be
Oh
an
no.
interesting pick versus the Necro. I wanna say it's gonna be a hard counter to the Nature's Prophet. However,
Hold on, we've got a bigger problem though. Someone in chat did just point out, and I can't believe I was so excited over the Pudge, okay? This is why. But Visage has been picked. Drow has not been banned. And eHug have 3 ranged heroes right now, and an Ogre who doesn't really need anything else on top of him, let's be honest.
well, I mean, if he was a ranged hero, I think that would be it, wouldn't it?
If he was a ranged hero, I would actually even call for a nerf to Ogre Magi, and I'm like the Ogre Magi fanboy.
Yeah.
No, it didn't say best of 1 on Dota 2 Lounge. It shouldn't have anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, it says best of 3, okay.
Alright, now... It is a really Cloud9-ish
Radiant
draft,
team
now that I think about it. Necro again, he has a really good base damage in general. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's alright. So that extra right-clicking power is gonna help him out a lot to just,
10 seconds
you know, make his job a little bit easier, you know. That extra damage on top of the Death Pulse, on top of the Heartstopper aura, on top of his ulti. Or, in other words, it's gonna make his ulti's threshold be more viable, pretty much.
Yeah. Death Prophet getting banned out as well as Slardar
really good
here.
versus the familiars, I think, because I think that damage actually goes to the familiars as well.
Wait, who is?
Razor with the Eye of the Storm.
Yes, it would, assuming the familiars are at the lowest health around him, it would hit them because they have magic immunity, but they can still be hit by physical damage spells, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like they have the lowest health, it's just like usually they will be the only thing that may be nearby the Razor when he hunts for them, because they're usually trying to try to move by themselves, if that makes any sense. Actually, what about... Oh, well, I'm kind of disappointed now. It is a pretty solid draft, though.
It's a very solid draft, and, I mean, do they really want to pick Drow? Somebody else did say, like, well, Drow is food for Pudge, then. So...
Yeah,
because she's very concerned about positioning. And Pudge is literally the anti-positioning hero. You want to be in a good spot in a fight? Just kidding, you're over here now. Get over here.
Also, this is a really beefy lineup from eHug in general. I mean, they're gonna be really hard to take out in general. I mean, going into the mid game, this is a really tanking and sustain heavy lineup. Well, tank heavy and with a decent sustain. Sorry, got my words mixed out. I also banned the Slaughter, by the way, which, now that I think about it, would make the Viper really easy to kill. I'm kind of curious of what Leviathan are gonna actually pick on as a 5th.
I am...
What are your bets?
I'd like to take all bets off for a moment and just...
Well, I
try
mean,
to
if you
figure
want,
it out.
if you want to bet on a hero,
I really don't know. They need a physical damage dealer, but they've got Razor. They need a stun, but they've got Elder Titan Pudge and the lockdown that can come out from a Skyreth Mage with concussive shot. I'd still like some more stun. I'm not sure who. at this moment.
Then?
Seconds remaining.
Maybe.
Shadow Fiend?
Okay, I like this. I like this. I wouldn't like to see Shadow Fiend here, especially not with the Viper already on the table. It's going to be Shibi's Storm as well. Something we didn't get to see last night from Leviathan, but hey.
I'm kind of disappointed actually. Why did they put Newsham on the Elite Titan? But I guess that they're thinking that Sunken with the Scarlet Mage is doing a really good job, so who am I to judge? But I honestly feel that Sunken with the Elite Titan should be just like a default pick for at least for Leviathan.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it just feels right. I mean, I think that guy, this is one of those situations where you see a player and you know that player gets the hero. He gets it.
And Shibi definitely has gotten Storm. Last night's game was such a great display of that, and I really think that Shibi, his Storm will complement Jenkins' Pudge very nicely. Let me make sure that I've got the right overlay up here. And that I need to edit the title again.
Quick TP from MJW, by the way. Getting a quick ward, like on the first minute already.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Locking the camp.
Yep.
All right.
And let's go ahead and introduce the line. So if you'll start off with eHug, I'll go over to Leviathan in just a moment.
Alright, in the meantime, let me double check with the chat and see what the people are talking about. You know,
Yeah, they're talking about where does Jenkins play Pudge? Well, everywhere, basically. Everywhere but where you'd expect. Anyways, let's go ahead and do the introductions.
Alrighty then, and my Firefox crashed again. Jesus Christ, man! I swear to God, man, I need to get a new browser. All right, let's go for the introductions. Yeah, should I start with eHug?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, you're way too focused on that on the dashboard, aren't you?
Just for the moment, but yeah, let's get started with eHug. As actually, whoa, no,
all right,
just faking it.
We're actually gonna have MJW with Nature's Prophet going on the off lane. Mid lane is gonna be Infinity on the Viper. On the top lane, we're gonna have the lusty two-headed fatty blue Pyromaniac, pretty much on pretty much here guarding the top rune. Snan is gonna be on the Visage, which yeah, is a really good hero for his style play. And SN7 is actually gonna go the Necrophos with a really wicked mask, by the way.
Yeah. We'll have Leviathan with Newsham starting off in the offlane on Nether Titan, actually getting harassed out quite a bit there by Sna. Very early on. Nice aggressive ward placement from your dire team. Jenkins Dota on the Pudge. Of course. He's very lonely, but I think he's got a lot of fans in the chat here. Sunken on the Skywrath Mage. We'll have Shredder Dola sporting a Golden Razor Helm. Nonetheless, on, of course, the Razor. And on the mid lane, Shibi on his signature Storm Spirit. Now, Jenkins is going to be sad because usually he jungles the Pudge, but they've already blocked off his camp here, and I don't know what he plans to do at this point. It's going to be very interesting to see. That's really going to hurt him, though. Usually he's hooking a creep over the cliff here, and then all the creeps have to go around one way or another. And it looks like we're going to have a quick pause. Yeah.
They're trying to set up everything else, I guess.
Yeah, we got a big lag spike there. It seems good now.
What the fuck? Oh.
Yeah, it was just a lag spike there.
Man, I swear to God, man, every time I try to pop up the chat, I get greeted with a freaking ad, man.
Oh.
Sorry, not out there. But, alright, there we go. Everything should be set up. There we go.
Yeah, and it looks like the lag has passed. Jenkins will jungle right now for the moment. He's actually starting off with boots and tangos. His Pudge, though, it's not really like anyone else's, to be honest. By the way, Leviathan are also with the new logo here. Oh, Infinity said he thought it looks a bit familiar.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's like that. They just like maybe it looks a little bit like my own, like my own previous incarnation of the stack. But as I guess, I mean, it's all in good fun. Oh, Chibi actually getting a lot of right-click damage onto him. He's actually gonna get jumped by MJW.
Yeah.
And
nice remnant there, but I don't think he gets out of this one too easily, actually. As Ogre's coming in, they'll find 1-2 more right clicks and Infinity secures the first blood on Shibi Storm, which is quite an impressive hero for Shibi, in my opinion.
yeah, so he actually gets the actual kill, actually.
Yeah.
He did that again, man.
Oh, sorry. I'll try and stop,
yeah, I'm
guys.
give you shit for this, man.
It's okay, that's what I need.
Oh, you Sean.
His bottom tower is under attack.
He's going to throw out the Spirit. He'll call it back really quick for the extra move speed. And since he hit 2 heroes there, he'll actually get a lot off. And Lust is actually going to get hit with a concussive shot, I believe. It's just an Arcane Bolt, yeah. A concussive shot didn't quite connect on him. I think it went to a different hero. But a little more move speed here. Lust is going to try to deny himself. And he gets killed by the neutral right off there. He may be tanky, but he's not quite that tanky that the neutrals can't kill him.
Yeah. Alright then, let's see Infinity going. Let's watch a little bit how the lanes are shaping up. Infinity already with a really good creep score, 19 and 10.
Yeah, up against Storm's 5 and 1. This is absolutely dominant. I mean, Leviathan, they're a big team. They're a very talented team, but they aren't unbeatable.
No.
And I am scared for them with this lineup. SN7 with the Necro, that's going to be very good against Pudge. Viper, also very good against Pudge, but you can't count out Jenkins Pudge. It is a thing of beauty. He's been jungling here. He's up to 6 last hits, which is not amazing, but not awful either.
Yeah, but we'll consider this. These are 6 jungle creeps in last hits, right?
Yeah, but some of them were, I want to say the 5 creep, or the 4 creep, easy camp.
Infinity manages to get a middle kill on Sunken as well.
Yeah, despite escaping on 30 HP, he will be getting away from that. That's a Aquila Brown Boots Tango up at 4 minutes. That is pretty dang good if you ask me.
I must say, add up that
oh, the hook lands on Lust though, and Pudge has come out of the woods, and he's ready to fight. The other fat man gonna go down to Shibi, as Jenkins with a perfect gank coming in just at the right moment. Even with just a level 2 hook, he knows how to get stuff done.
Mm-hmm. Nice job right there.
By the way, he is sporting parts of a couple different sets, but one of these is the Scavenger, the Basilisk, and the Gladiator's Revenge. I've never even heard of those sets for Pudge.
I have heard of the Gladiator's Revenge, but the Helm of Taras, actually, that's kind of new for me.
It might be it might be the new one from Dota Cinema. I want to say there's a Pudge set in that chest. I'm not 100% sure though.
Yeah, that would explain the gem of Dota Cinema and the Shackles as well. But yeah, I mean, at least they are able to equalize a little bit on the kill count, but I feel like the lanes are going a little bit more fluently for the side of eHug.
Yeah.
All across 3 fronts. However, they're trying to make plays work in the middle lane, but this ward just sitting just in the pretty much on the center of the freaking map. He's like, nah, not gonna happen, fat boy.
Yeah, that's basically the anti-Pudge ward right there for Lust. He came back and just placed that straight on down, and Shibi's gonna get bursted right here. Nature's Prophet able to find the kill with a quick TP in as well.
Stunk couldn't do anything about it. I mean, it's like,
yeah.
I mean,
well, they're here. Okay, bye. They're gonna get a D ward on that freshly placed ward. Ouch.
It's a small victory, man. It's a really.
Jenkins has a haste though. I mean, he can get in and out of this. He's already got Tranquil Boots up. What's stopping this guy at the moment?
Yeah, but they really need to rush that level 6 on Shibi just to make things easier for himself.
So he can dodge things like Viper Strike and maybe even Death Pulse, Soul Assumption can be dodged there. Lust is going to rotate up though. He'll run into Jenkins in the jungle, or the secret shop, not the jungle.
Boys. Go!
And they're waiting for Sunken. They get the silence off. There's Pudge coming in with some damage. Doesn't even need to throw the hook until just to secure the kill. That's another stack of Flesh Heap, and I believe that's his second stack off that one hero. That's 500 extra gold for him right now.
Nice.
By the way, mods, I am taking chat's big suggestion not to look at that. If you guys could, like, collect any constructive criticism they have and keep it for me later in, like, a Google Doc or something, that would be perfect. I don't know how you orchestrate that right now, but this will keep me focused on the game for the viewers.
That's
and
what sucks. that phrase right there. That was sucks.
Wait. I'm assuming that's in the chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not going to look at chat because camera control
No, don't worry.
is key
I'll
right
do
now.
It for you. I'll do it for you.
You got me. Okay, good. Part of the reason I do that so much is because my Twitch channel is rather small, sadly enough, but happily enough at the same time. And I'm often having to look at chat there, so it's just habit. And it's not a great habit to have when I'm casting, so...
At least not that we will pass like 3,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna initiate on top though. Oh, Sna actually manages to pull off and get a Soul Assumption in return.
Yeah, and Jenkins going down. He's sitting 1-1-1 right now, but he's got his bottle, he's got his Tranquil Boots, and for roaming Pudge, I think that's most of what you need. But Jenkins, or Shivy, he's going to find MJW right now. One more click will do it. The overcharge procs, or charges rather, coming out right now and doing quite a bit. He'll be going straight for those power treads, but already has him up about 8 minutes in. And Razor now taking down a tower. He does have a drum coming out right now. Only about 100 gold to go on it. And he's actually just going to TP right up top, though. Throw out a plasma field and do tons of damage to Sna, who has not gotten his Gravekeeper's Cloak at all right now. Razor will deny the tower. They manage to stun up Sunken. There's the Elder Titan Spirit coming in, though. It's looking for Sna, because they realize how squishy he is right now. Keep in mind, this is a hero with 11% physical resistance, no magic resistance without that Gravekeeper's Cloak. They'll find one more, yep.
But he's blocked.
And he doesn't have a plasma field to get out. Okay, he'll manage to juke around him.
Okay, alright. I was thinking more of a tank who was like, oh my god, just eat something.
Meanwhile, in the meantime, though, we've got Infinity and MJW. They're going to push in the mid-racks and actually, or mid-tower, excuse me, and force out a glyph right now. So, I mean, they're making okay trades. Fight recap shows us, of course, that Razor's getting gold. Visage is not. Big surprise there.
Well, they do lose the middle tower.
But SN7, I think he just got hooked. Yeah, he did, and he's going to get taken down by the Razor. Jenkins taking a bit of harass, but keep in mind, this isn't even a core. Oh, and the deny from Pudge. Very nicely done there. Shredder, he's managing to throw out some harass, but it's not quite enough. Infinity able to take him down.
Man, they're pulling all stops here. It's a freaking slug. 6 on 6, and checking a little bit on the graphs. Let's see. eHug is pulling ahead, but barely.
Not by much, yeah. Only about 2k gold, only about 1500 XP. I mean, what can you say at that point?
That's not saying much, to be honest. I mean, they're being more efficient, I guess, with their farm. Oh, nice try with a hook, but it's a level 3 hook, man. That extra level's really pretty much been the deciding factor there.
If he gets level 7 soon, I mean, okay, it's finding bounty runes too. This is really good for Pudge. Level 7 is when Pudge comes online. I don't play much Pudge, but I do know that much. You don't ask a Pudge to gank before level 7, generally. Simply because, I mean, the hook's not max range and max damage. That is 360 pure damage. The only thing that...
pretty much like a brain sap.
It's more damage than Centaur's double edge to heroes with 25% magic resistance. And Shredder actually going to get his TP interrupted. He'll go down to Visage, not Necro, so he doesn't have that extra respawn time. But in the meantime, eHug are continuing to pull ahead here. And this is the problem. My question is, by the time Jenkins comes online, is he going to be able to do enough to catch them up?
Well, honestly, here's the deal. I'm kind of okay on the Leviathan side of actually have a deficit of 2,000 gold because it's pretty much, you could argue it is the difference between Pudge and Nature's Prophet in terms of farm, right? Because the Pudge is pretty much naked and the Nature's Prophet has more items for himself. Correct? You could argue that. So here comes the question, it's like, does Pudge need more items? Unlike most other heroes, Pudge doesn't really do. I mean, if you get 2 extra 1,000 gold, it's like, okay, I might go for a Blink Dagger and maybe Boots of Travel, and that's about it.
He needs Ags, I'll say.
I don't think so. Not for the role that you want him to do. It's a nice luxury item, but I don't think it's like a Skywrath with an axe, you know? It's like, it's nice, but you don't really
Nushem getting sunned up, though. There's a silence out on SN7 to prevent anything coming out from him. Nice-ish Mystic Flare, but it's not going to do anything. Infinity now dominating as he takes down Skywrath. They'll throw out the ult onto Pudge, who does have a haste rune and is going to run behind the Viper, but he'll be going down anyway. He tries to throw off a smoke in order to escape, but it just wasn't enough. Infinity with a double kill now. Shivy, he's trying to find MJW. He'll zip back, and MJW, he's just so low. They'll take him down with the plasma field. They'll get Necro as well, but a triple kill for Infinity. And in the end, I feel like eHug are coming out on top of this one at the moment. Jenkins, Pudge, is it falling apart? Viper, I mean...
He's doing alright, but the problem is that he's trading.
Yeah.
And you don't really want to trade as a Pudge. You kind of want to... I mean, you normally would, but at the same time, it's like it's not the best thing that you can pull off, because if you keep trading like this, eventually you're gonna actually just drop off in relevance.
Yeah.
So, all in all, I feel like Infinity is the X factor here, and that is actually materializing the advantage that eHug has. And actually, oh god, Jenkins just hooked, and he's gonna get re-ganked again.
He missed, didn't he?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was paying attention to the Nature's Prophet there. My bad.
Yeah, no, it was a really standard gank, so never mind.
Nature's going for the Blade Mail build, by the way.
Which is gonna be really good versus the Pudge.
Yeah, it's basically saying, you want to hook me? Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead, hook me. Oh, why not? I have Blade Mail. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry.
On the other hand, Shibi is kind of pulling ahead, but at the same time, he's not pulling ahead as strongly.
As we expect, yeah.
Yeah, well, not as we expect in general. Not only that, but also like by his own standards. It's like,
yeah,
he's a little bit more behind that he would like to be.
He's not even really working on Orchid yet.
Yeah.
I think he may be going Bloodstone right away here. It is possible. I think Arteezy did it over the weekend. It's rising in popularity, but yeah. Meanwhile, Pudge, though, he'll find Lust for another kill there, bringing him out of the bottom of the net worth. Enigma trying to take him down, will actually manage to help get the kill on him. Nature's Prophet getting the kill there. Sna goes down to the Razor. Definitely a great exchange for Leviathan, the kind of fight they needed right now. And catching eHug kind of with their pants down at the Roche Pit, you know.
Yeah, see, this is way different than the engagement on bottom lane. This is a proper trade that you want to do with a Pudge.
Yeah.
And he was almost about to get away scot-free, by the way. So, if you want to trade a Pudge, you want to trade like with a really good cost efficiency, pretty much. So this is actually like the same situation that happened bottom, but way better, way more in benefit of Leviathan.
They're going to smoke up here. Look for a 3-man
If
game.
they're able to trade the Pudge for like, let's say, Sna, just one-on-one, that's horrible for Leviathan. But if they're able to go like 3-1 or something, that's Gucci, man. And he's actually gonna hook. Oh, nice.
He'll nail Lust and take him down there. They just lost their ward too. They literally just lost the ward.
No, they use the ward as bait, pretty much. That's why. At the line.
Okay,
like,
that is.
Yeah, he's warding. Well, might as well just get back here, man. Just pull a Scorpion.
Oh, and they're going to go after Roche again. He's actually probably going to fall here. However, Razor comes in, gets a pretty big plasma field off Necro with the Aegis up. He gets silenced up. Nice stomp into the hook on Infinity. And Infinity's not quite dead yet, but there he goes. Shibby on a killing spree, taking down a big strength from Infinity there. The Aegis will drop, and Pudge on the deck. Nusham getting focused down. There's going to be a TP back in for Nature's Prophet. Shredder not doing well, and Snot really dishing out the damage here. Sunken's in trouble. He takes down a Visage Bird, but he will get taken down in return. A double kill for Snot. 2 for 4 trade, and that was with an Aegis, but eHug still once again coming out on top. It's a very back and forth game at the moment. The graph not really showing it as much as I'm feeling, but
Looking for Snow.
Oh, he's gonna go after Sna. Yeah, he'll actually maybe get him.
Oh my god, he missed
One more right click, but he can't get out. He doesn't have much mana at all. He'll manage to zip over that, but he does have the haste. He'll be able to run. Oh, one more hit will do the job, but they can't quite find him. And Nature's, I believe, TP. It's level 4. Shimmy! Run! Nature's isn't gonna go for it, right?
From being a little chubby, happy guy to be, to be in shape now. This kind of situations right there. God damn, that was close. He had just enough mana to take out that that tree from the sprout and get the hell out of there, man. If it wasn't on any other rune, maybe with a region it would have been a little bit different. But if it was like a double damage or an illusion rune or a bounty rune, he would have pulled that off. Not even by a long shot. Because he overshoot as well with the ultimate. Like now was there and he just landed like here, so he overshoot for quite a margin there.
Yeah. But I think he thought Visage was headed toward the secret shop, maybe. And it's always kind of a little better to overshoot with Storm than to undershoot and have to do like 2 more ults to get there. Because your damage is based on the total distance traveled. So the farther you've come from, the more damage you do. And we were saying he was behind. That was 4 minutes ago and he hadn't started on Orchid. Now he's almost done. It's 275 to go. And, whoa there.
What? Why are... This is Essen. Why are you picking this?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it makes sense in a degree. Because you're probably gonna go for Halberd plus Manta on Viper.
I mean, it will... I don't think he'll go Halberd. I think he's gonna stick with Sanji Nasha. It's a decent timing, but hold on thought. We got a fight breaking out mid. Nice Earth Splitter from Elder Titan. And Atos off on Sunken will help bring him down. Blade Mail from MJW. Nushem on the run. Where is the Fat Man? He's up top. He's not gonna be able to help us. They pick off 2 heroes for free, basically. Don't even lose their tower.
Infinity got so lucky with that TP. If he wasted like 0.2 seconds delaying that TP, he would have gotten hooked by Jenkins because he was just throwing the hook in the mid animation and just pulling it up. Speaking of pulling stuff up, he pulls one of the familiars barely nearby killing it, but not quite. So
yeah,
So that's why the Fat Man was on top. He was actually trying to get Infinity with a quick hook, but Infinity was just really lucky just to pull out that TP. That 1 second away from it, because also the hook actually landed. It was like between 2 creeps. So yeah, man, that was just, I don't know, man. He should buy a lottery tonight. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Pudge, we don't know how many stacks of Flesh Heap he has, guys, because he hasn't skilled up Flesh Heap yet, of course.
The answer would be 0.
Well, yes, but you know they're retroactive, right?
What do you mean?
That when he kills a hero, even if he doesn't have it skilled up, that adds a stack to Flesh Heap. It's just a 0
I'm just reading it.
Yeah. You don't play much Pudge, do you, Rupture?
I'm horrible at it, dude.
It's okay, though. I mean, he's not a hero we see often in the competitive scene.
No, I know, but I'm horrible Pudge anyway. I'm the opposite kind of guy,
Race car Viper incoming, vroom vroom.
Yeah. But honestly, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised like if Viper went for a Halberd Manta combination. Halberd is just because of it's a nice item to have.
Oh,
but
Jenkins.
especially because Viper is gonna rush the Manta in general. So that's a reason why.
I'd also like to point out Jenkins is sporting a trident. He's not hooking heroes, he's impaling them.
That's the proper way to do it. If we have learned anything from the Count Vlad, the Impaler, the original Dracula, is that impaling is the way to go, man.
It's very effective at grabbing someone and actually,
Jenkins gets spotted.
He's stunned up. He doesn't know Sna's there. If he did, he would have thrown that hook. And it's a good thing they didn't have a ward sitting right up here. Otherwise, Sna or
Something
Lust,
that
excuse me.
Leviathan are kind of not doing, and that it's kind of like, if you start noticing, check the other lanes for Leviathan. They're letting their lanes getting pushed in.
Tower is under attack.
That's something, you know, just worth noting here.
Are fortified.
You know, it's like, man, I mean, I know you want to have an engagement and such, but at least, you know, try to deep push top a little bit. Now they're gonna split, actually. She's gonna go bottom a little bit, but I mean, that's one of the things that eHug can actually exploit against them. That they were just all contained in the middle lane waiting for a hook, while the other lanes are pushing freely.
Yeah.
So that's something, you know, like, you might wanna, like, I would assume that the guys of Leviathan would check the replay and say, oh look, this is a mistake that we did, you know?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's a game of inches, as you always said, so, those inches, they're getting grounded by this. I mean, 3 damage on a tier 2 tower, and just pretty much, you know, wasting like 2 or 3 creep waves just because. Not really the best value out of those.
MJW appears to be going for a sheep right away. And I think that's actually really good against Storm. It's an instant disable. Don't have to waste any time on it. Setting up a stun or something, like Ogre would with his longer animation or Visage with the birds. And they definitely need it.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. Sorry. Skyrim's going for a Force. Storm Spirit. Probably going for that Bloodstone that you were talking about. Nushan actually gonna go for the Yule Scepter, and Razor halfway through his Aghanim Scepter, which is
He already has a
bad
BKB
thing.
though. He's doing fine in my opinion. Drum into
he does have
BKB
a
and well.
Yeah, totally overlooked that.
Yeah.
Bad.
Necro though just picked up a Blink and he's already got Atos working on the Aghanims as well. I like the build, but I still feel like Leviathan's cores are up. Because keep in mind, this is what Jenkins has done with the Pudge. He has just said, hi, I am a threat, you must focus me down. And the cores are kind of just like, okay, well farm while you do that. And eHug, they can kill Pudge, sure, that's really great and all, but they can't kill these cores at the moment. Razor is doing pretty well. If the Steam notification will go away, there we go. He's 5, 4, and 3, not bad, really. And Storm sitting 5 and 2, and 3.
Yeah, she was able to recover quite well from the early game that he had with his laning phase. So, you know, it shows that he is a good Storm Spirit player when playing with an advantage, but also a good Storm Spirit player being behind as well. Which is the mark of a really someone who actually knows the hero. And
someone who can play well-rounded. I mean, it's not just, well, if I get ahead, I can really play Clinks well. Well, sure, anyone with a 10-minute Orkin can play Clinks pretty well, okay? It's getting there and being able to recover as well, which is a pretty big deal, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, it is first getting there, and then it's like, if you don't get there by the time that you wanted to...
Do you have a backup plan? Does it work?
Exactly. That's what it really shows, like, from good players to great players, pretty much.
Yep.
Alright, in the meantime, Jenkins lurking on top.
Man, actually gonna get jumped on by Visage. Yeah. He does break out of the Sprout for a second, but they take him down yet again, and he is sitting under the Visage in terms of net worth, but only by about 30 gold. I really think we need to see like a Force Staff or an Axe up on him pretty soon. I don't think he needs to save for Blink.
Way better, I think. Just by the fact that you're able to Force Staff out of the Sprout. And also from the familiar drop.
Oh, but Chibi, getting hit with the Necro Scythe, it won't bring him down so he doesn't get the extra damage because of it. Viper actually ending the streak there. So Infinity getting even more farm. He is going race car though. He's 405 move speed right now. No phase boots on him though, so...
But Sna doing the Cloud9, you know, pretty much just pushing with the familiars, and there's nothing Leviathan can do about it.
Yeah, Sunken Mystic Flare doesn't stun, buddy. I don't know who told you that, but they was lying.
They wanted to burst him down, but he with the Greykeeper's cloak is a hard target to get. I mean, it really pops the layers quite fast, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's gonna buy him enough time to actually get a piece out of there.
I feel like picking Visage into a Skywrath is a really risky move, just because of how little magic resistance Visage actually has. I mean, right now he's got 31, but that's with 4 charges of Gravekeeper's Cloak.
Yeah, exactly. So the actual flat would be 6,
11. Or no, it's actually 0. Sorry.
Actually 0?
He actually has no magic resist at level 1 with no Gravekeeper's Cloak. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a necessary nerf. I remember those days.
Yeah. But at the same time as well, what I can say from Visage is, at the same time, it is kind of a hard counter, the Skywrath. It really makes your soul assumptions stack up real fast. So if you're really quick with the trigger fingers, you're able to just spam soul assumption and just start nuking people left, right, and center.
Jenkins is only 600 gold from his 4 stuff, but he's hiding it from the enemy team. They'll actually find Lust here in the jungle. Jenkins looking for the hook. He'll get it. He'll impale the ogre.
Jesus Christ.
It was a bit of a hack job,
that
but...
could be like on a Splatterhouse level
yeah.
right there, man. Just impale
Oh.
the place.
Okay, Nushim, I guess he didn't see Viper. He kind of just said, I'm going to spear it right on top of the cliff. Oh, wait, they're over here.
Yeah. In the meantime, MJW trying to do a little bit of a split push top, also on bottom, while they're able to, while Leviathan are trying to contest that tier 2. So again, I mean, eHug noticing those weaknesses in Leviathan's kind of plan and just abusing them for their advantage. However, okay, now there comes a TP, they're gonna zone them up a little bit with Lust, and yeah, they're gonna be able to deny the tower and get...
Oh, they might not be able to. Oh, they will, actually. Storm's illusions were moving in. I thought he was gonna possibly be able to steal that, which would have been quite impressive with illusions. It's actually gonna move straight into the bot lane. Whoa, okay, that's just the illusion.
And they lost the top tier 2 tower, by the way. So, pretty much a great trade for eHug.
Well, the same for Leviathan, though, you could say.
Well, I mean, you lost a tier 2 on top and versus a tier 2 middle that got denied. I mean, I guess it's a decent trade because you're removing the TPs to Roche Pit, you know, because that middle lane is quite crucial. But at the same time, I mean, just numbers-wise, it was a better trade for eHug. Pretty much because you're getting, like, you know, 1,000 gold in the whole team versus, like, 500.
And about Jenkins' Pudge, I feel like he hasn't been able to have much of an impact at all this game. And they're going to realize the Aegis goes over to the SN7 again. They're not right here to interrupt the fight once again, and
there's an axe on the...
Ooh, that's going to hurt.
Bro, man, that's rough. That's pretty much Jenkins serve on a platter after 1 or 2 death pulses.
I will say, though, with his magic resistance that is higher than the average, he'll get up to 12% extra here. I think Necro may... It's possible he can miscalculate it against him. Now, do they have enough damage to bring him down? Yeah. And actually, speaking of enough damage, they're going to find Lust in the jungle with Shibby, with the Orchid able to bring him down quick and not even worry about being stunned up. Not to mention, he's already got a BKB. It's not amazing, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But it feels like Jenkins is just out of his element, to be honest here. The camp being blocked.
I feel like Jenkins is making plays, but the problem is that he got delayed so much in the early game. Especially in the laning stage, when Pudge should be the strongest, one of the strongest heroes of the game.
If you can land hooks, he's definitely one of the stronger heroes of the game. Yeah.
So now he's like kind of being relegated to be just an utility hero because pretty much his damage potential is just capped. Pretty much, he doesn't do much damage from here now on. I mean, unless you get a scepter, that's pretty much that. This is it. This is the combo you do. You know, 300 pure, 360 pure damage, plus a rot. That maybe be like 3 or 4 seconds. So it's like another 300, and at this memory, that's about it. So you're dishing out like maybe 1,000 plus damage, and that's it. You're capped there. 1,000 plus damage, however, you know, without counting the resistances as well. for the rot and the dismember. So
Yeah.
not really that much, and that's a problem with Pudge. I mean,
The other
gets
thing
to
is
a certain
the
point, a certain watermark, and then he's just like, well, he's there.
what do you
Yeah.
do against a Pudge though? I mean, you build movement speed like Viper is now, but you can't just say, "Oh, I'll build BKB." You're still being held down for Pudge's carry to just bash your head in, pretty much.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
gonna turn your skull inside out if he can, and
pretty much like a Bane at this stage, man. But the problem is like the Bane is a little bit more flexible, but he's pretty much like a melee Bane with a pure damage nuke.
it makes sense, yeah.
Oh,
A pure damage skill shot nuke, because Vayne does have his pure damage brain sap, you know.
yeah, that is true. So Bane is even better in that regard. But I mean, he's alright because it goes through BKB as well.
Yeah.
The situation is like, okay, well, how do you deal with a Pudge? Well, you have movement speed and such, but just a couple 4-steps. It's like, okay, you got dismembered. Well, just 4-step away. Big deal. You know? At least for the
Yeah,
damage.
have your ally force-step you away, you mean, right?
Yeah, exactly. And now, like,
Yeah.
just 4-step him. Maybe the Visage or someone. It's just like, yeah, big deal, man. You just gotta get pinned down. Okay, I'm getting literally no damage into me. If you're popping a BKB, which is the ideal situation for a Pudge, by the way, because you wanna actually, waste the BKB timing on the enemy hero. Yeah, he's not gonna get any damage, but you're able to root it. But at the same time, if you force staff him, yada yada yada. So it's kind of like it's a 20/20 catch for Pudge. Either you deal
Anyways.
like amount of damage, or you're like disabling hard.
Let's go ahead and move on to a different hero, because, I mean, let's be honest, he's not really the focal point of the game at the moment.
Well, I mean, how many times are we able to cast a game with one, right?
That is true, but
So I think it's worth it. But yeah, let's move along.
it's gonna bore the viewers. I just
Alright.
took a peek at chat, and they were like, oh my god, can they stop talking about the Pudge? And I'm like, oh great, this is 2 minutes ago. Let's stop. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Now let's see the items here.
Yeah, let's take a quick look. We've got the Ags, Blink, Shivas, I'm assuming, coming up on Necro pretty soon. Meanwhile, speak of the devil, he's going to get a Blink off away from Storm, who did come in and silence him instantly, but didn't get to deal any damage, so couldn't disable the Blink instantly.
Also, the Viper has an AC.
Yeah, and that's a lot of extra physical damage. That's going to amplify your Nether Toxin damage immensely.
100 to the Visage Agonist.
That's a big pickup here. Actually, less than that now. He's got 10 gold to go. They're pinging out Storm, though. They want to jump on him. And MJW, he'll hex him up. SN7's here. He has the ult, and they'll take him down. He's down for 97 seconds, thanks to Necrolite, who...
And no buyback.
And no buyback available, yeah. He is deleted from the game at the moment, and we'll see him again in a while. Should be take a break.
Couple 420.
Yep, if you want
Pray
to.
for the best. Which, by the way, Shibi is like arguably the biggest hero they could have lost. So this is huge, actually.
Yeah, Shibi's definitely the playmaker on this team, and I don't really expect them to do much without him, but he's still down for a minute, and they're getting their racks pushed in. They have to do something. Jenkins, it's time, buddy. You gotta hook him. Not looking for it right now. They're gonna lose the tower. Will they lose the racks as well? Nice stomp off there, but Jenkins can't get a hook past the creeps, and they're going ahead and force-staffing Viper away as well.
I don't even know if you want to hook into this, to be honest.
Okay, they take down a Visage Bird. They'll
Alright.
take down one more, maybe. But they lose the racks. They've also committed a Razor ult, and the rest of the team is just retreating. But Jenkins, he pushes forward with the force staff, and now he's going to get taken down quick. That's another hero down with the Scythe. SN7 playing this out beautifully on the Necrolite. Infinity does pop its BKB. And that was a relatively big charge.
Force staff, man.
Get the stomp off. If they can get a stomp off, they can do it here. 10 seconds till Storm's up. 4-man stomp, though. This is the time to shine, but they're not even throwing out the Nushim ult. Why not? Are they... What the heck is going on here? It seems like
they didn't have a
Leviathan...
position. They were too spread out, and they were way too... They were, how can I say, they were too far from the actual base. So
it's not looking good at this point.
Yeah. I mean, if they engage into that, pretty much they will have to cover a lot of ground, especially Shibi with the storm, and they will be in a really awkward position. To be honest, they would be like walking into an arc of where the old 5 heroes of eHug are sitting. So I understand why they didn't engage. It's just like it's one of those positions that you really don't want to dive into, even though the timing is right.
Yeah.
Just position-wise, it's just horrible because anything AOE, particularly the business birds, could really screw you up, man.
They're gonna smoke in here right now. The Visage Bird isn't gonna see them because of the smoke, but I believe they just got pinged out.
I don't see anyone using anything. But yeah, all that initiation was amazing from Snide, just forcing the enemy punch forward and then just beating on him, just dogpiling that bad bastard.
Yeah, he was really out of position there, and it didn't work out so well. I feel like I've lied to chat here because they're just like, oh my god, this is best Pudge. This is so bad.
Oh, this is eHug telling you how to deal with a good Pudge.
That's more what it is, yeah. And, I mean, Jenkins, he's got his blink now, and I really think this may be the item they need to make it happen, but still, he is a snowball hero, and if you fall behind on a Pudge, things are not going to go well for you in the late game. Shredder, though, he's picking up lots of creeps here. He'll actually have enough for a Heart of Tarask right now, but he is saving for buyback, which is definitely one of the things you normally would want to do, but against a Necro, I'm not so sure that's the greatest idea.
Yeah. Honestly, I would say... I mean, I would say keep the value Vid Booster and just go for a Shiva. Honestly. At this stage, or either go for a Shiva or even a Pipe.
Oh, okay. I thought you said go for the Shiva. I'm like...
No,
what?
no, I said Shiva, dude.
You're gonna switch heroes into Tide and just blow a Ravage?
Man.
Maybe.
I was about to say something else.
No, we're gonna keep it clean here, yeah. Of course. Jim up on Pudge, though. This is a good tool for map control for them. It'll let them get a few more avenues for Jenkins to possibly initiate. And that is a big problem against Pudge is, well, if you ward the spots Pudge will hook from, like, right over here for one thing.
Yeah. Actually, he's gonna go for a Butterfly Shredder. Yes. So, he changed his mind.
Please tell me that Vit Booster is not... Nope. Okay.
Screw the Vit Booster.
I definitely don't like this idea.
Well...
If you want damage on Razor, go Refresher. Because you need push anyway in this lineup. What do they have that pushes? Razor and Creeps. And Razor. That's pretty much it.
Well, I mean, the evasion is going to be really good versus the Visage and the Viper. And the extra movement speed from the Flutter is going to be handy, as well as, you know, the evasion is going to be really good versus the Nature's Prophet. However...
Oh, BKB comes off from Infinity. It actually got baited out by Storm.
Oh,
and Pudge lands a hook on a Lust right here. And he's going to get a Force Staff over, but he's already going down. Actually, a Yules might save him, but here comes a Stomp. And Lust will hit the deck. Nice initiation for Jenkins, and that's a Jim down as well. Pudge will blink in, grab it up, and say, hey, let's get out, boys. We did it. We got a pick off. They're only 2 kills down, but they are 14k gold down and 10k XP.
And a Rex. And a lane of Rex as well, so... it's a little bit dicey, man. It's a little bit dicey. I mean, the lineup can pull it off. It's gonna be really tricky. It's not gonna be easy, not at all. But there is some room for that. And I mean, Elder Titan plus Razor does a lot of work. And the Shibi Storm is just like really, really good.
Yeah, and this is something we haven't considered. The Elder Titan is going to amplify all of the damage from the team except for Pudge Hook. I want to say that's it, yeah. And the Earn Charge from Pudge, but let's be honest. But Defense of the Effigies, there it goes. Nushim losing it there. Shredder's Cosmetic Trust Fund is still up here. Not the Effigy!
See?
They know they're
Infinity
playing
knows
too,
what's up,
guys. It's Defense of the Effigies now. The only way to win is not to play.
man. Just play the doters, man. Just play the doters, as Toby would say.
Yep. However, they are
I
going
wonder
after
what
Roche.
happens when
Elder Titan knows though. Storm, he tries to get in and take it. He's not going to be able to. The BKB comes out. He did get the cheese though.
All right.
And I think they picked
Say
up his
that
bottle
was that
too.
Cheesy play.
Yeah, and he's forced to use it just to escape at this point. This is the one problem for Storm is he's not really snowballed either, the way we've seen Shredder do, and he dodges Jenkins' hook too. Okay, that's how troubled Jenkins is. He can't even hook his own teammate at this point.
Sorry, I had to drop bad puns or something, man. People are like, man, what's up with Rupture, man? What the hell is wrong with this guy today, man? And I'm like, no, I'm just feeling more of a comedic relief kind of guy. I'm feeling more colory, you could say.
Yeah.
Sorry. Has to be done now. How can we come back from this as Leviathan? Well, pretty much get Chibi to snowball a lot.
Oh, they're gonna hook Snow!
Well, this is a good start.
They'll try to get Force Staffed out. They may not be able to. There's already an Elder Titan Spirit. They're too focused on the hook. They'll get killed by 3. No Elder Titan ult just yet. They're waiting for the right moment, but Shredder throws out a Plasma Field for some D-push. At least Jenkins throws a hook, doesn't manage to land it, but hey. As a wise man once said, you miss every hook you don't throw.
Yeah. That's a really good, that's a really true assessment right there. And on and on, that was a rather clean pickup from Leviathan. You know, they didn't lose any particular big cooldowns, and they even got a ward out of that. For some reason, someone planted an observer ward on that tower. But here comes the second phase of the push. Nice stop, though.
Yeah. And they're gonna get a bird.
Familiar.
Hey, birds.
He's gonna eat some chicken tonight.
Stone chicken, but yeah. Not
No.
exactly my flavor. They'll actually probably
it
just...
is,
Okay, they're gonna resummit.
He's pretty much down with any kind of food, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
Seen this guy? Look at him.
Yeah,
Look at him.
he's a pretty big fella there.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that he can eat a stone if he wants to. Pretty sure. He's not gonna enjoy it.
Like, what's this courier doing now?
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. They already the Butterfly and Racer for a while ago, maybe like 2 minutes ago, if I can correct.
Oh, it's for Storm. It's for Storm's Sheep. Which, the Storm Sheep stick will be pretty big here. Being able to hex up a Viper and prevent him from doing any damage,
Yeah.
that's a huge deal. And, honestly, I don't think you really want to hex Necro right now unless Viper's already out of the fight completely.
Well, you could also hex the Nature's Prophet just to shut him down and to avoid to get Sheep. And, you know, pretty much try to burst him down real quick. Without any worries about blade mails or orchids or anything, you know. So that would be a really good idea. Oh, Jenkins actually finds the birds.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
They're getting bits of gold here at least.
Well, I mean, it's
They're gonna second. Snog can't resummon. This is actually a pretty big moment for Leviathan as they get all 3 birds, 300 gold going their way across 3 different heroes, but that is no ult for 80 seconds for the Visage. No intel, no damage, no split push, yeah.
Yeah. And no free scouting as well. So, I mean, it's a rather nice window, especially if they're able to pull out a decent team fight with good initiation. That's a really good window for them. And there is the Hex as well on Shibi, so...
They may lose the Courier, but at that point... No, they won't. 10 HP. He's gonna live. And I think even if they had lost the Courier, the fact that they got Storm the Sheepstick in time is really big. The only downside is that Shibi does not have buyback, and he does not have his BKB after that escape from the enemy team. And I think they realize this, and they want to go in. They're going to go after SN7. He will get silenced up, but they need to engage on him right now, in my opinion. There's a stomp from Elder Titan. 3 stun up here. Infinity gets hooked. He's going to get disabled by the Dismember. And he's going to get taken down pretty quickly. The Aegis is up on Necro. Lost will drop as well. Shredder on the verge of a comeback. They get a double kill. Shibby manages to grab SN7. He'll be getting back up right now. Jenkins still alive in this fight. They're going to take down Sna next. Nature's Prophet manages to run. Now they're going on SN7. Jenkins, he's rotting him up. He does manage to hook Nushim. But they get a triple kill up on the Razor. And this is the comeback point for Leviathan. They need to make something happen right now, and then they can win this game. They can bring it back.
They certainly can, because they have a lot of push on Shredder. And, I mean, Butterfly is one of the items that by
Radiant's middle tower.
Sorry about that.
itself is not that great. I mean, it's alright. But at least for Razor, it's not that great, but it's a really good item to set up for another big item, you know?
Yeah.
So if you're gonna get maybe a heart on the back of a butterfly, and then a refresher,
He's got a Yules.
Pretty much gonna be the tankiest, one of the tankiest racers you can come up with.
Jenkins has a Yules, and for those of you that aren't aware, of course, Yules, you can Yules a hero and then hook them out of it. Which, oddly enough, makes Pudge pretty good in this,
Yeah, actually that's
thing.
actually a good point to bring up. However, I don't think that they're
Metagame.
going to consolidate that push. It seems like, yeah, they're already pulling up. They're pulling back. The heroes of the eHug side are just respawning, so he's not going to actually. They're not actually going to capitalize on that. However,
and they realize that they're going to have to capitalize it on it next time and go ahead and grab some travels up for Razor. I like this. Is it enough? Probably not. Is it good? Sure.
If he gets a refresher, yes, it is. Like, if they win another team fight and he gets a refresher on the back of that,
it's going to be huge.
Yeah, he's going to BOTs and just clear up a wave. I mean, clear up a lane, pretty much.
Yeah, and if they can get a Rax back, they're going to be even again. They're in a kill lead now. And oh my goodness, look at the net worth after that last fight. Half the advantage eHug had been able to build is just demolished in the wake of one bad team fight. And the whole XP advantage is gone at this point.
It was just a really clean fight from Leviathan.
Yeah.
You know, quite methodical, which is surprising to some certain degree because they have been a little bit reckless.
They've been very reckless, we could say.
Yeah.
But they're managing to pull it back.
Exactly. So that team fight actually was surprisingly clean from them. And, I mean, just really methodical and really well thought out, you know, like systematically saying, okay, we're going to take out the birds, we're going to set up a couple of Echo Slam, just regular, then we're going to throw a Yules and set up a real Echo Slam, Echo Stomp, sorry. And then we're just going to try to get a hook here, we're going to try to gang on to Infinity. You know, they just did it step by step, like, you know, really, really well thought out, it seems. And actually, Pudge... Oh, Nushan, sorry. Well, there goes the other side and there's the gem on the ground. However... Yeah. Oh no, MJW is actually going to survive out of that.
He took a lot of damage, but he does have that TP to get away, of course. They're going to scout out the Roche, and he respawns in 30 seconds. Neither team really knowing the time, and actually they'll go ahead and fall. I think they tried to deny each other, but... Shibby, he's going in on SN7, who does get orchided up. Jenkins there with the Dismember. MJW comes in. Shibby, he takes a lot of damage. Jenkins is going to be forced to try and get out. He'll go ahead and Yules himself up. Managed to blink away as well. And Sna, Sna got force staffed into a tree somehow. Jenkins, he'll get hexed up. And they take him down. Storm Spirit, though, he's got himself a bounty rune. He got away. And a Necro for what are basically 2 supports at this point isn't that bad. Yeah. I mean, you can kind of consider Elder Titan a core here. I wouldn't consider Pudge a core, to be honest.
Or they did lose the gem, though. So
they've got a gem in Jenkins' stash, though.
Yeah. So they probably actually lost the gem from the enemy team, if anything.
Yeah. Or they've got a replacement gem from the enemy team in his stash, anyway. Viper now with the MKB up, though. They know they've got the counter Razor's Butterfly, of course. And now, with Storm headed back to base, they're not going to be able to worry about losing the Aegis to Storm. And they'll get it over on Nature's Prophet. Interesting pickup, but I think it's just fine.
Yeah, it is an alright pick, I would say, because he's fragile enough that he will actually need it. But at the same time, he deals so much damage alone that it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, we'll take a quick look back at net worth. Storm's still sitting just behind the Necro, but we've got Razor, of course, sitting ahead of the Viper. However, there's a big gap between your top 5 and your bottom 5 here. Uh-oh!
Radiant's courier has been killed.
The Courier just got sniped. Razor's gonna find a link on MJW. There's a Hex on MJW, but when he turns around to do that, he's actually going to slow himself down quite a bit. The ulti will come out, but he's actually taking tons of damage. He'll lose the Aegis now. Visage Bird's coming in, the rest of the team with it. There's an ulti up from Razor. BKB's coming out in full. There's a dismember from Pudge, though, on the back end of the fight.
Wait, what?
He already took down Visage. They found Snot in the secret shop. There's the Scythe out from Necro, but it only hits on Elder Titan. There's a buyback up on Razor. Jenkins getting focused down. He'll manage to use himself up and possibly blink away, but he can't quite get away. Jim of True Sight still dropped on the ground right now. Shibby will come in. He's trying to find it. They're going to find SN7. They'll silence him up. The buyback coming out from Razor as well, and they will manage to bring down 3. Only Nature's Prophet and Viper remain, but that was at the cost of a buyback from Shredder. And no buyback, of course, from Shibby. He has to drop his bottle to pick up this gem. I think now his choice is Bloodstone.
Yeah. Something really caught me a little bit off guard from Shredder on that engagement. It's like he started initiating into the Nature's Prophet and got him like 200 hit points, and he started casting a teleport. And for some reason, Shredder is like, oh, by the way, there is what the name, there is an Ogre Magi. Jesus Christ, I need some liquor in here. There is an Ogre Magi. I'm just gonna focus there and just leave the Nature's Prophet to TP out safely. For some reason, I was like, wait, why? Then he dies and buys back and, you know, tries to salvages the team fight to some degree. But I was like, that could have been pretty much a 3-4-4.
Yeah.
Or maybe like 3-2, but maybe, I mean 3-on-3, but, you know, like losing MJW, which would have been a more costly kill than actually getting a kill on Lust, to be honest.
The Bloodstone is going to come up on Storm, by the way. Shibby's going to move in for it right now. Lust, I think Lust, they've just put him on, okay. Nah, he was waiting for the rune there and just didn't want to sit out in the open. I thought he was just on Roche Watch duty, and I'm like, they have better sense than that, right? Anyways, Viper. He does have a Blink Dagger, Boots of Travel as well. Mm-hmm. I don't like the Blink Dagger, but people are saying, well, Viper's not a carry anymore because he didn't get Aegis. He didn't have a slot, guys. Come on, use some common sense. You're smarter than that.
Yeah, also, I mean, he can, with those Boots of Travel, he can actually do a surprise siege. Like, if things get a little bit dicey.
Yeah.
They can actually, like, okay, Viper, just try to push bottom lane and then take the middle racks, you know. And
with the blink, he can probably manage to escape as well. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Leviathan doing everything they can to defend at the moment. Pudge has 1,700 in the bank, and I believe he's saving for buyback at this point.
Yeah. Let's see, what do we have on Snaz side outside of the blink?
Or eHug's side, of course, you mean.
Yeah, Snaz side as well, eHug's side. I was just checking his Snap personally because I was like, oh, what does he has particularly? Yeah. But now he's
Ogre
just a medallion, that's all.
Lust is actually very, very underfarmed for an Ogre. He's 1-11 with no Ags. At 55 minutes, no Ags. Not even a hint of an Ags.
He doesn't think he needs it, I would say. They're actually going to jump on Jenkins.
They're going to try to. They don't want to commit a Scythe here, because is Jenkins even worth the Scythe? They'll TP out! Space created. He wasted the TP from Viper as well, and Viper is going to waste a few seconds at least looking for him. But Jenkins is already long gone, headed back toward the mid lane. It's a very close game at the moment. Net worth is back in eHug's favor. Same with XP, but XP really not by much. But we are getting to a point in the game, of course, where XP ceases to matter. You've got 2 heroes level 25. and everyone level 16. Abilities are stopping their scaling right about now, for the most part, anyway.
Yeah, let's check here my buybacks. Okay, so that's Shredder 3 minutes still for his buyback, and he needs 1700. So he's a little bit he's a little bit far away from, you know, from getting that, especially with a recent refresher. Chibi is about 400 away. Poch is 200 away.
Yeah.
And yeah, pretty much the rest are just eHug. Sny is getting around 1500, so he's gonna.
And they'll find SN7 right now, though. They'll get him down. He's down for 90 seconds. He does have buyback, but meanwhile, Shredder, he's already taken down with no buyback. Elder Titan will get used up. Shibby looking for an opening here. He tries to go unless there's not enough damage to bring him down. They lose 3. Necro buys back. Sunken and Jenkins are the only ones standing at the moment, although there are buybacks on 2 of them. Sunken will go down. Why did you push him down the cliff, Jenkins? Okay, Jenkins, really. And, oh, he almost made it out there. He's going to use himself up. He'll blink away, but he won't get the chance to, actually. And he'll go down. That's a 5-man wipe. Buybacks coming out from Elder Titan. There's still 3 more available, but none on the Razor, who has got his refresher up, but was basically used in that last fight. And there's going to be double buybacks as the top tower does go down to Nature's Prophet. Jenkins comes on in, gets hexed up. He's in a lot of trouble here. Storm buys back as well despite his low respawn time. Nice hook by Jenkins, though. They'll get him JW. They'll bring him down, but he does have a buyback available. They're not out of the woods yet right now. They're staying in the trees. Not by choice, though. And actually, the stomp misses on Sna. He does get silenced up. Jenkins getting multicasted down. He'll go down with no buyback. Nature's buying back now, blinking in and TPing into the fight. Leviathan crumbling under the force that is eHug, who are once again giving an electronic hug to the base at this point.
Jeez.
And I think it's GG at this point. Shibby, as good as he is, can't hold the base. In the end, the fat man will fall.
Not the effigies, no!
Not the effigies, anything but them. Overall, though, a good game from both teams. I'm a little surprised that we did see that kind of game out of Jenkins, but he definitely did get shut down in the early game and wasn't able to freely reign. We'll see if Leviathan are ready for this. I will say, though, there's a reason eHug left Pudge in the pool there. There really is.
Yeah, they know how to deal with him, and it showed. I mean, it was just really good execution from eHug. Just as methodical, standard. Just like, you know, we know that you guys pretty much corner yourself in the corner with this kind of draft.
Yeah, because and Jenkins is literally half of their, or a third of their team's deaths at this point. Anyways, guys, we'll be right back with game number 2. Don't worry if you bet on Leviathan, your rares may still be saved. There is 2 more games potentially, maybe just 1, to see if Leviathan can bring it back. I'm SP Revolution 5, joined by Rupture as well. And we'll be right back. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.